ご助力を海のちぎりよ。ふったはーっほったそれはーっやっとったせいふっへいそれほっ。
Welcome to my Kokomi Healing and DPS Showcase. For the Healing Showcase, I'm going to be comparing Koko to some other healers that I have built. For the DPS Showcase, I'm going to be presenting her in 3 forms: Solo, Buffed, and Abyss, as well as my final thoughts. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's take a look at our healing examinees. My Kokomi has 38,000 HP, 75.9% healing bonus, and 90% hydro damage bonus. She's using a prototype Amber and 2-piece Maidens, 2-peat Heart of Depth. These are the substats. My Chi-Chi has 1800 attack, 37.2% healing bonus, Pavonia's Sword, 4-piece Maidens. I swapped around some pieces between my Koko and Chi-Chi, so Chi-Chi's healing is a little less than usual, but her healing hasn't suffered too much. Here is my Jean build. My Jean also has 1800 attack, 22.2% healing bonus. Her weapon is the Inazuma craftable sword that I won't even try to pronounce. I do not have Barbara built, so she will not be a part of this showcase. Now let's see our healers in action. Here are some things I noticed. My Jean ult heals everyone for instant 12,000, and the field she leaves behind heals for 11,000 over time. It also cleanses. It's very good. However, my Jean very often runs into energy recharge problems, so I run an R5 Inazuma craftable sword, and it works well for me. Chi-Chi's elemental skill heals 4 times, follows the active character, and heals this active character. It lasts for 15 seconds. Koko's skill heals 6 times, is stationary, and AoE, which is useful in co-op. It lasts 12 seconds and heals at a faster rate than Chi-Chi's. Also, Koko sacrifices no damage to achieve this healing. Moving on, Chi-Chi's mark is her bread and butter. Chi-Chi has no problem healing 3 low HP characters very quickly. The healing is tied to hitting the enemy, so it's global and mobile. Though Chi-Chi's mark doesn't take much field time to apply, you do have to bring your character out to hit the enemy, and you risk dying during that time. Another downside is if the enemy dies quickly, your team receives 0 healing. This would be an issue for Koko as well, if Koko's elemental skill didn't heal so much faster than Chi-Chi's. Koko is also able to heal injured allies when they're off the field more quickly than Chi-Chi can while doing competent damage. Chi-Chi has poor on-field healing. On a side note, for exploration, Koko, Chi-Chi, and Barbara are vastly superior to every other healer because they have on-demand healing. Bennett, Diona, and Jean all rely on having an enemy be there in order to recharge their ultimate that heals, which makes them worse for exploration. My Koko can kill most enemies in the open world in 10 seconds without any buffs. With an Animo debuffer, my Koko can comfortably one-cycle the Pyro Regisvine. If I had a little better artifacts and higher talents, I think she would be able to one-cycle it more comfortably alone. Unfortunately, I couldn't get good enough artifacts by the time I wanted this showcase out. In regards to domains, recently I've just been walking in with Koko and Traveler as a battery. Most of the time she does enough damage to clear the domain within a minute, and I never really have to worry about dying or dodging. If I decide to dodge an attack, it would have to be because it has a high interrupt status. Some of the Kairagi attacks stagger you, and the Rune Guards have a couple tricks up their sleeves too. Something I noticed about playing Koko is that it feels like I'm playing a rhythm game. 1-2 charge, 1-2 charge, 1-2-3 charge. Maybe a musical conductor is a better analogy. You would think it gets old, but it doesn't for me. Something about it makes me feel like I'm playing the game. I will refrain from using this as an opportunity to diss other characters that I used to play despite them boring me to death after 1 month. Rather, I will be positive and say playing Koko feels like a fun minigame. I also think it's unlikely that I will ever get bored of it because I still play Yanfei over my other characters when clearing the Abyss because she too has a rhythm. Yanfei's whole premise is mixing in charge attacks during normal attacks because she gains stacks from auto-attacking that decreases her charge attack stamina consumption. Now it's time for the Abyss. When I'm building a team with Koko, I think of putting an Animo debuffer, a sub DPS, and a battery. I have a lot of characters, so I have choices, but the mindset of how to build a team is also important so that you can replicate the teams even without the exact character. Here are examples of teams. Here are my final thoughts on Koko. I truly believe she is a one-woman army. She heals a lot, has a boatload of HP, and in my opinion, deals good damage. Evidently, I am in the minority with that opinion, but I digress. My goal is 10,000 damage per auto without buffs. With some better artifacts, triple crowned, and a 5-star weapon, I think I could get there. Additionally, I find it cool that the more you invest into her healing, the more damage you do. I've seen many comments saying if you want immortality, just build Zhongli. What's interesting about these comments is that the commenter is unknowingly comparing Coco with two characters at the same time. They say just use Zhongli as a diminishing comment, but they don't mean to use Zhongli as the main DPS, but rather as a support to your main DPS. In other words, does this not mean they're admitting that Coco is both Zhongli and a main DPS combined? Is this not impressive and worthy of admiration? Was this not the same reason we all complimented Noelle during the game's launch? I'm wondering where that audience went.
逃げ道はありまご助力を
Either way, there's only one thing that's important. Dear God. How is she so cute?